Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Saturday here in Melbourne. Because let's go up to our friends up in the nation's capital and speak with the under-17s champions of the 2023 State League competition. Of course, that is the Tuggeranong Netball team. And of course, we've got 4 very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about last season's success. Thanks all for you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. Well, I'll get each you to introduce yourselves, and obviously for the players, what position did all you play on the court on grand final day?
So I'm Mia, and I started in centre, and then I went to wing attack.
I'm Ashley. I started in wing defence, but then I moved to centre wing attack.
And I'm Megan, and I played goal attack.
And I'm Carly, and I played coach.
Tell us a bit about the season leading up to grand final day.
The season, so I had the privilege to, alongside Megan, to captain this team, and I think the start of the season was very I think we were like getting used to each other, like seeing how each other plays. We started off with a win, our first game, and then we went a little bit downhill from there. And then middle of the season, we played Belconnen, won that game, and then from there, like we just won a series of games, and then ended up in the grand final and won the grand final.
Was there any particular point in the season for yourselves as players, and obviously it's the same question for you, Carly, as coach, was there any particular point in the season that you felt, okay, we've actually have something going that we could actually go all the way and win it all? Was there a turning point?
Probably the Queanbeyan game. So we had like a double round, so we had to play the Friday night and then the Sunday next, and we had to win every single game to get into the semis and finals. And we were really nervous going into versing Queanbeyan, but we pulled through and we won. So then that was our turning point after that.
Yeah, I think from there we just we really grew as a team and kept getting better and better.
For sure. I think the same thing as well too. So
Yeah, I agree.
So you had to play every single game as elimination for your season. Did it help you when it got to semi-final and grand final?
I think so. From my point of view, I think it was pretty much just we had nothing to lose going into each final. I think, like the girl said, we had to win our last few round games, so it was a privilege to get into finals. And then I think each game that we progressed to was another privilege. So it was just we had nothing to lose, just play our best and see what happens. And we had that mentality pretty much until grand final day as well. We played a team that we hadn't beaten all season. And again, it was just let's just go out there and see what we can do. And then look what happened. So yeah.
I'm sure it sort of relaxed the team, knowing that, all the pressure was on the team that you were versing in the finals, and you, as Carly said, you had nothing to lose. Did it relax the team?
I'd say kind of yes. We all wanted to win, but we were just happy to how far we had gotten under the circumstances that we were under.
Yeah, I think once it came to the grand final, we had nothing to lose and we were all just really excited to be there. So we were sort of going into the day we can do this.
Yeah, for sure. I think also too, without the adrenaline of the semi-final, we knew that we could pretty much accomplish anything. Coming down to a 1-point win, I think going into the grand final against CNA, I think it was just something that we knew that we had to do, and we just had to really push through for each other and for our supporters as well too, and just get that grand final win.
Grand final. Was there a certain point in the grand final that you felt comfortable enough to enjoy the moment?
No. I think from my point of view, I don't think there's a certain point in the grand final where you can be comfortable, because anything can happen in netball. Even with 30 seconds to spare, anything can happen. So I think we were ahead a little bit, and then I think there was a point that we felt like we could get comfortable, and they started to bring it back, and then I think we started to stress. We really had to dig deep and get our heads in the game and really just push each other and push those passes and get our shots in to really know that we were comfortable that we were going to win the grand final.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I think there was a point maybe at about a minute and a half to go that we I think Jack and I, my assistant coach, we turned to look at each other. So I think we've done this. And then you could see the faces of the girls on the court that they started to relax a little bit and enjoy it and smile and stuff. So, because I think by then we're probably in front by about 5. And I thought it's probably a bit hard for them to come back for 5 in about a minute and a half. So I think it was about that at that point that I realized, oh, we've actually done this. So yeah, maybe that point. But the rest of the game, it was very, like Mia said, it was up and down. We'd get a lead, then they'd come back. And it's just, yeah, not really comfortable the whole game until that last minute.
Who got to hold the cup first?
I'd say Mia. You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So, Mia, how good was it to hold the cup before your teammates swarmed onto you?
Oh, I think it was such a privilege because it was I felt so privileged to even be able to be a part of this team. They're such a good group of girls, and just being given that cup was oh my God, we finally have done this. It was just it was such a surreal moment for me because it was just I think the whole season was just such a challenge for us, I think, as well too, because a lot of us haven't played together before. So be able to hold that cup was oh my God, what the hell, we've absolutely done this. And I couldn't hold my excitement, and I ran over to the girls. I was we've done this, good job, girls. And I think, yeah, and then it went from there. It was such a surreal moment for me.
Were you worried that you were going to get crushed by your teammates, or were you worried that you were going to drop the trophy?
Oh, I was definitely worried I was going to drop it, because I was I think I was just so in shock. I was oh no, do not drop this. So as soon as I held that trophy, I gave it to Carly, and I was here you go, you hold this trophy. And then the rest of the girls took the trophy, we took photos with it. But as soon as I got that cup, I handed it straight over to Carly. I was I'm not dropping this cup, because I think if I drop this cup, it was just going to be, oh no, it's going to be a disaster.
When you got a chance to hold it for the team photo, who got to hold that?
I did.
Yeah.
You all got medals on the day?
Yes.
How long did you wear your medals around your necks for, and did any of you sleep with it? No, I know Carly has. She answered this question about 2 months ago.
Oh, I didn't, unfortunately. I probably wore it a couple hours after, but fortunately I didn't sleep in it.
Yeah, I think I wore it for the rest of that day. And we went to watch Carly's grand final in the evening, and we wore our medals to that. So yeah, but I didn't sleep with it. No.
I didn't sleep with it either. No. I think I just held it and just admired it, and just, yeah.
So Carly, I need to ask you, which I didn't actually ask you when I had you on the show 2 months ago. How special was it for you to obviously go from coach to player, but also see your 17s team there supporting you with their premiership medals? Did it inspire you and your teammates to win it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we were the first game of the day, nice and bright and early, and yeah, to have that win, yeah, just kind of fuel that fire a little bit more for went from the first game of the day with this win, and then had to wait till the end of the day, so the nerves were kind of building up over the day. But yeah, knowing that we started the day so well, I knew we had to finish it well as well. And yeah, just to see some of the girls out in the crowd too was really awesome to have them backing us. So yeah, definitely, I think it made me a little bit more nervous. It's oh, we've got to get this because the 17s did so well. We've got to do it too. So yeah, but no, it was an awesome start and finish to the day.
Did you put any pressure on yourself, considering these 3 here won the premiership as players, and now you have to win it yourself as a player?
Yeah. It's a bit of pressure, but no, it was good pressure. I think we've had such as a whole association all year, we've set such a standard for ourselves and our team. So I think to see that we had the success in this team, we knew we could build on that success and have it in other teams too. So yeah, I think, I think it just fueled our fire to get that win even more.
Now I'm going to go back to the medal for a moment. For all 4, did any get a chance to bite on it? And if so, was it real gold?
Unfortunately, it wasn't real gold, but I think we all did get the chance to bite on it for our photos. So yeah. Would have been nice if it was real gold though.
Yeah.
So did any get a chance to kiss on the cup?
I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we had thought of that. I think it was just, Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I
Maybe-
didn't see anyone.
No. Didn't see anyone. Maybe Gibbo. Maybe Jack did.
Carly, obviously you coached, you won, and then obviously you had to play late in the day. Did you get a chance to at least celebrate with your 17s after the game, or were you like already switched on to player mode?
No, I think I think I was so caught up in our win that I maybe for a bit of like time I did forget that I was playing later in the day. So yeah, no, we definitely had the time to celebrate, I guess reflect and everything, which was nice. We had our 19th team in the grand final after our game as well. Unfortunately they didn't come away with the win, but yeah, so we kind of got to reflect on our win, support them, and then I did go home for a bit of a nap because it was such an early start to the day, and then yeah, had to come back and kind of get in game mode for my game.
For the three players, I need to ask you this. Tell us how special was Carly, and especially and what have all three learnt from her, and especially, obviously she's still a player in the Division 1 team.
Like throughout the whole season, Carly she was a great coach. Like she taught us so much, and I think the work that her and our other coach Gibbo put into the team just really helped all of us like gel as a team, and the main reason for our win, I would say. Yeah.
I think I can second that. I think obviously seeing Carly as a player herself as well too really inspired all of us girls, because Carly's got such a positive vibe about her. Like she never really got angry at us. I mean, she did get angry at us when there was times that she had to get angry at us, but I think it was just her as a player, and then her also bringing her skills as a coach as well too really inspired us all to be the best that we could be. And same with Gibbo, his experience at different associations and seeing what they had to bring and then bringing it as well to us. I think it just really inspired us to be the best players we could be.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think this season, both Carly and Gibbo, they were so passionate for our team. And like, yeah, it really inspired us, or it inspired me. Like, I really want to play for them and win for them because they put so much effort into our team. And yeah, like seeing Carly, you know, she's such a great player and like representing the ACT and stuff. It was so cool to like that she was our coach. Yeah.
How does that feel, Carly, to hear that?
Pretty good, pretty nice. Yeah, that was really nice.
For Mia and Megan in particular, what did it mean to both of you to be captain and vice captains together? And especially, I'm assuming that both of you got captain and vice captain from your teammates, like they let both of you?
Yeah, it was pretty special to be vice captain, and then obviously working alongside Mia, our captain. Yeah, Mia also is so passionate for our team, and you know, she's always hyping us up. And so yeah, it was really cool to work alongside her and just support her and support the team this year or last year. Yeah.
I think for me, like Megan was in state league before us girls, so she had experience as well too, and knowing how like challenging these teams could be. So I think captaining alongside Megan was obviously a privilege as well, and then also having the other girls, you know, like I don't think it was really me and Megan captaining the team. I think all of us girls had our own input in each other, and I think it was just a privilege for me, and then with the other girls captaining as well too. So it wasn't really a 2-person job, it was a whole team job.
Yeah, they were an easy group of girls to lead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, obviously, Ash, I'm not going to leave you out on this one either. So for the other three, including the coach, tell us how important Ashley was to the team.
I'll go. Yeah, no, Ash was a super important player in our team. I think, like Mia said, it wasn't just these two that were leaders on court. Ash definitely had an aspect of leadership as well. She's like, I guess that bubbly personality, but was fierce and competitive when we needed her to be. But yeah, no, Ash was super valuable to our team. She could play across all 3 mid-court positions as well, so that was really cool to use. But yeah, definitely very valuable to our team, both on and off the court.
Yeah, Ash is such a hardworking player, and she always like gives her all, and she's also just super fun to be around. So yeah.
She's a very vibrant person. So if the team was down, then she was always the person to be like, "Come on, guys! Like, let's lift each other's energy." She was always so bubbly and positive. I don't think there was ever a dull moment in the team with Ashley.
How does that feel, Ash, to hear that from your coach and obviously your vice captain and captain?
Warms my heart. I did my job. Happy that they feel comfortable around me and that I had such an impact on the team, and it just makes me happy.
So how do all you get involved in netball and why did you choose it? Carly, you don't have to answer this one.
I started netball, I think, when I could possibly start netball. So I think it was year 4 for me. And ever since then, I just fell in love with the sport. Like, it was for a non-contact sport, it's a contact sport. It was just, I think it was just the adrenaline and like the hustle that you had to really put in to your team in like your position. I just fell in love with the sport, and then obviously getting the opportunity to represent Tuggeranong from under 11s all the way through to under 19s now for this season. It's just something I just fell in love with, and I just never stopped playing because I loved the environment, I loved the community, I loved the team, and I think the girls can say the exact same thing.
Yeah. I grew up around netball because I have 2 older sisters that played from when they could walk. So I also fell in love with the sport at a very young age. And it's just a sport that I love team sports, and netball's one of those sports that if you really enjoy it, like it's the best game ever. And it's like a second family, like, you know, that everyone has your back on court and off, and it's just like a second family to me.
Yeah, similar to Ash. I had an older sister who played, and I used to go down and watch her every Saturday, and I just wanted to be on the court. So then I started playing and been playing ever since. And it's netball's one of the best team sports because, you know, you have to rely on your teammates to get the ball down the court. Like, it can't just be one player. So
Some of you've already mentioned about siblings that play the sport. So I'll get all 4 of you to answer this. If you still have brothers and sisters that play the sport, who's the better netballer? Be honest.
Me. No, I'm way better than my 2 older sisters. I'm just better than them.
I think I don't have any siblings that played netball, but my mum definitely played netball when she was younger. She definitely tried to play netball a couple of years ago and broke her ankle. So I think I can say that my brother was the better one because she doesn't have the skill set that she used to when she was younger. So I think out of me and my mum, I'd probably say me.
Yeah, well, my sister never really got into the, you know, like super competitive rep netball. So a little bit hard to compare. She's more into the social netball sort of side of things. Yeah.
I have 2 older brothers that don't play netball, so yeah, I feel like I would say I'm the best then.
Now, for the players, I need to ask you this, and also I'll include you, Carly, anyway, because you are playing the senior team, which is if you had a dream position, you'd love to convince your coaches to put you this year in 2024, will that be? Be honest.
I would usually say shooter, but I think for me, probably defender. I think I don't know, like I obviously play wing defense, but I've been given the opportunity last season as well to play defender, and I think I really enjoyed it. Like, it was something that was different because I wasn't running up and down all the time. Like, gave me a bit of a break to have a bit of a settle and to take a breath and just defend, I think. So I'd probably say defender.
Yeah, I would say my dream position is probably centre, because I love running, and I'd love to be able to just go everywhere.
I'd probably go goal defense. I think goal defense is pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd be the same. Goal defense. I grew up as a shooter. Now I play mid-court, so I haven't had to go into defense yet. So I'd love to go there.
Well, I'm definitely when I come to the nation's capital, hopefully all you're a defender or a mid-quarter. So that's why I said defender. So I have to ask, what does the sport of netball mean to all 4 of you, especially playing for Tuggeranong?
So Tuggeranong, I think it's such a family community. I think it's probably, in my opinion, not being biased, it's probably the best association out of all of them. I think it's just because we all back each other, and it's such a family environment. And I think the girls can second that it's such a privilege just to be in Tuggeranong, because it's just such a welcoming and positive community. Like all the teams from under 11s to, Div 1 and men's, I think we all support each other. So for me, I think it's just such a privilege and an honour to be able to play in Tuggeranong.
I agree with Mia. Like, it is a privilege to play for Tuggeranong, and especially growing up with playing for the association, it's just the association has a very special place in my heart, and I couldn't imagine playing anywhere else but Tuggeranong.
Yeah, I definitely, Mia said it before, but the community at TNA is like so amazing, and there's so many amazing people and coaches, and they're all super friendly and supportive. So yeah, it's just a great place to be.
Yeah, I second all that. I think we're a very inclusive community, and I think all of us have been from the grassroots to now with Tuggeranong. So that's another like special thing to hold, to say that you've kind of been with the association your whole, I guess, netball career. So yeah, but it's just definitely, like everyone has said before, it's a second family, a really inclusive community, a positive community. So yeah.
Do either of you have any future ambitions in the sport, and especially for the 17s players from last year? Is there any coaching like in the junior teams?
I think for all of us, we all like aspire to try and get into, something like Carly, Capital Darters and ACT and Griffins and stuff like that. I think it's always been our dream to get further into our netball career. But I'm not coaching this year, and maybe next year after year 12, but I think it's always been a dream of ours ever since we were little to do Capital Darters or Griffins, or even eventually maybe even Diamonds if we're privileged enough. But that's probably my opinion.
Yeah, I am coaching this year for our juniorette, and yeah, I hope to teach them what I know and further them, and that's one of my ambitions, is to be as good a coach as Carly one day, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully eventually make Darters or the Griffins or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm not coaching this year either, but I still love getting down and watching the junior champs, watching our junior teams play at junior champs, and yeah, supporting them, because I remember when we were in those younger age groups, there would always be older players come down and watch. And
some lighthearted questions about your last year's teammates, which is, who had the most embarrassing moment on the court last season, and what was it?
I fell over a lot. I don't think there was one game that I wasn't on the ground multiple times. What else?
I don't know. I think for me, my probably embarrassing moment was in the semi-final, and I had the ball and I was, looking down the court trying to find someone, and I freaked out and I went behind me and I chucked it straight to the goal shooting opposite side of the team. And it was such a big moment, because we were it was one goal difference, and if I got this goal then we would be level. And I was it was such an embarrassing moment, because I just chucked it straight to the goal shooter. And from there, that was probably my embarrassing moment, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know if this is embarrassing, but in one of the games, round games against Belcon, and me and the other Mia in our team who I was shooting with, we went for a high five, and the goal defense stuck her hand in, and me and Mia just looked at each other what?
Still high five. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
No.
There's probably plenty.
Yeah. I remember. Maybe at training when Jada fell over, one of our goalkeepers, and she went for a ball and tripped over her own foot and they face planted into the court and had a bit of a kiss on the court, but that was really an embarrassing moment. So
Who's the comedian, the best singer, and into TikTok/Be Real?
I'd say Mia was the best singer. She always was singing. Any chance she got, she'd sing her heart out.
So I would say at the presentation, Ash, you really took it on the dance floor.
Yeah.
For sure. Sure. I think the comedian, not even trying to be funny, would be Jada. I think she just blurts out some of these things sometimes, and we just like absolutely cackle ourselves. She doesn't even try and mean to be funny, but she's got that personality where she's literally just so funny. Like, it's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
Any pre-game pump-up song?
Mia, you had Ox.
Yeah, I was on Ox. I don't know. I'd probably say Jack liked We Run the World by Beyonce. Like he absolutely loved that song. That was definitely a song that he played. We had themes, so Jack would be the type of person that we had themes for each game. So like, for example, you know, our Ox would be like the theme fire. So we had to find these, you know, like fire songs, and you know, so I think there was all these different type of, I don't know, like pump it up pre-game songs. So there was a lot of them that I can't remember.
Yeah, Jack was always in charge of our pre-game music. So,
Do either of you, including the coach, have any pre-game superstition or ritual or routine?
I always had breakfast. Every single game day, I'd have the same breakfast. I'd have Milo in milk with some eggs. Yeah.
I think I had this one hair tie that I would always wear. It was just like something that I had from under 11s, and I would wear it in my hair because I know that it was always a hair tie that would probably make us win. Clearly it didn't from the start of the season, but towards the end of the season it did. But yeah, I had a hair tie.
Yeah, I don't really have any other than I like to get to the games early and do some shooting before everyone else arrives.
Coach?
And then for me, not really. I just like to do up my shoelaces like right before I go on court, like to make sure they're super tight, which doesn't help at the end of the quarter when my feet are on fire because I've done my shoelaces too tight. But yeah, I like to just, it's like a little thing just to tie my shoelaces before I step on court.
Mia, I need to ask you this. You mentioned about hair tie a moment ago. You had the same hair tie. Was there any point during the losing part of things that you thought, maybe I might ditch it instead of keeping it, which end up obviously you end up winning the Premiership?
Oh, 100%. 100%. There was times where like, you know, I had to retie it because the actual hair tie broke because it was such an old hair tie. And I thought at that point, I was like, I'm just going to chuck this hair tie out because it was just annoying me. But then I was like, no, I've had it since under 11, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to retie it. And then it clearly gave us the win. But there was definitely times there that I was like, I'm chucking this thing out because it's just not obviously giving us luck.
Okay. Is that has that hair tie been retired now that you won a Premiership?
Yes, it has been retired. We'll get a new hair tie for this season and hopefully it does the same job.
We'll finish with these last two, which is any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
J-Dog.
J-Dog. J-Dog, 100%.
Yeah, so that's for Jada, who was the one we said was the comedian before, or we'll just go without trying to be the comedian. But yeah, she dons the nickname J-Dog. Probably from Gibbo that
it was Gibbo
that name, but it just stuck from the end, J-Dog.
Yeah. And then there was a time that in our grand final she got MVP for the game, and I think as soon as we found out it was Jada, we all just started chanting J-Dog, and it was just you could see she was getting so bright and red, and yeah, we just she's our J-Dog, she's our MVP for our team.
Finish with a two-part question. So how's the preparations like for the 2024, and especially those who are still staying with 17s? How's the title defence preparation?
Well, I'm still 17s this year, but this is I don't even know what like I've been doing to prep to prepare for it, and I'm just really excited for the season to start. It's a completely new team, so I think in preparation for it to like the season to start, I've just been trying to build a relationship with all the new people that have come into the team, and trying to get them comfortable around me and like with the whole team. So we're a team before the actual season starts.
I think all our teams, we are, for our pre-season, we're all doing CrossFit in the mornings, just so we're keeping our bodies fit before our games and really trying to, push ourselves and make sure we can be the best we possibly can be. And I think I've got the privilege of being in 19s this year, and a couple of us have come up from 17s. So I think, as like seconding Ashley, like just making sure that we are a team before we're a team on court, just to have those connections and just have those connections and stuff with everyone.
Coach, how's the title defence preparation for A grade?
Pretty good. Like we've got pretty much the same team as last year with one new addition. So I think it's just I guess improving on what we did last year. Obviously, we've had a lot of good trainings with the Division 2 team as well to kind of build that connection and make them a little bit more successful this year as well. So I think just like the other said, we've been doing the strength and conditioning, the court sessions. And then really building for a big season. We've got a bigger season this year, we've got a longer season. Like we've added an extra round, so rather than 10 rounds, it's now 15 rounds. So we actually get started only in about 4 weeks. It's all starting real soon.
What will be your advice to people in Canberra that should get involved in the sport of netball, especially with the best association? I think someone mentioned Tuggeranong.
Yeah, well, as I said earlier, I think netball is like one of the best team sports, and so it's a great way to meet new people and work together as a team to win games and have fun together. So
I can definitely second that. I think it's such a, like for the new and upcoming, I think it's such a great way to meet new people and meet new environments and really just like enjoying the game and playing to the best of their ability. So I think it's a great way. Like Meg said, it's a really good team sport. Probably one of the best team sports. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'd say it's a great way to meet new people, make new friends. And as Mia said, like it's just a new environment. And who doesn't want to play netball? It's another sport, great for fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great sport all over.
All for you. Thank you so much for giving up some of your time to join us, and especially reliving last season's success, especially coming from a fair way back to make it all the way and win it all at the end of the season. Best of luck in 2024, and let's hope I'll definitely make sure I come up to the nation's capital to watch these play, but obviously hopefully get to hopefully have all for you back to talk about hopefully a back-to-back there with the 17s, and hopefully the 19s can revenge from the last season's defeat last year, and obviously for the Division 1 winner as well, back to back.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
No worries, and of course, if you want to get involved and be part of the amazing Tuggeranong Netball Association, we'll put all the details up on how you can support them throughout their state league competition. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.